Hello everyone, welcome to this tutorial, and in this tutorial we are going to see how to install your PHP development environment if you are running on a Mac system. So the three components that would be needed to run your environment is number one, the PHP engine. The primary engine is the Zen engine, although now some new engines like HVM developed by Facebook has also come up, which is giving a strong competition to the Zen engine, but Zen is also keeping up with HVM uh, as they have launched with lot of improvements for PHP 7. So the second component that we need is the Apache web server. You can also be using Linux or any other server for that. The third component is a database server. For this tutorial, we'll be using MySQL or MariaDB as the database server. Just to clarify, MariaDB is just a fork of MySQL. So mostly all the features are exactly same as MySQL. So this installation can be achieved, this environment setup can be achieved in two ways. One is installing each of these components individually, but that might be a little tedious and confusing for beginners. So the most easiest way is to again opt for a AMP package. There is a XAMPP package for OS X. Also, something very specific for OS X is MAMP. MAMP has a couple of versions. One is a free version, and another one is a paid version. So for this tutorial, we'll stick to the XAMPP installer. So we'll Google XAMPP and land up on the XAMPP official page, and on the download page you can see that there are XAMPP packages for Windows, for Linux, and for OS X. So here we'll go and choose PHP 7.3 and we'll download it on our systems. I have already downloaded, so I'm discarding this download. I'll go to my download history and I will simply click on this installer to initiate the installation process. Let's close this in the meantime. So once you click on that, you'll be getting this window. You just need to double click here to open the installation wizard. When you get this prompt, just click on open, and when you get this one, you just have to provide your uh, administrator credentials. So we'll allow the installation steps to continue. And here we see the installation wizard. Just go through the default settings, just keep clicking on next. On the last page you can uncheck this and just proceed with next, and that should complete your installation process. So we'll let the installer go through the installation process. Let's close this. You can also just Google up MAMPP. So this is another AMP package that is only meant for Mac systems. So you have two versions, MAMP and MAMP Pro. The difference between the two versions is that MAMP has MAMP is free with a limited number of features, and MAMP Pro is a paid version which much more features. Like at the same time, you can have multiple websites under development under different virtual hosts and stuff like that. Okay, let's get back to our installer and see what's the status of our installation. Okay, let's wait through this. Okay, so the installation has gone through the entire setup process and it's ready. So we'll just click on finish, and that would open up our dashboard screen and our control panel. So the control panel is used to manage your servers, and from here you can stop your servers. So basically we'll initiate the start process for all our servers, minimize, come back, and on your browser Okay, well, forget about this. Suppose if you are on Chrome, and suppose if you want to look at your development environment, just you can access your development uh, folder with local host. So this is a default web page that has been configured by XAMPP. So we'll go in and now we'll see if I want to have my project directory set up so first of all, where this page is getting served from. So we'll go to Finder and application. You'll see there is the exam folder. So this is containing all your program files for PHP, and within this htdocs is your root folder where you all your files would reside. So suppose a local host is actually pointing to this htdocs directory, but suppose if you want to have your custom application. So basically when I say this page, it is getting served from inside of dashboard. So dashboard, all this content is coming out from this. So this is just a sample landing page that exam provides. So suppose if I want to have my custom application built, or suppose anything I want to build, I'll create a new folder here, say my site. Okay, and what I'll do is just put my file here, and suppose I just want to get rid of the default code that is written here. I'll say hello world. To test out if PHP is working fine, I'll say echo. This is coming from PHP, and just save this file and close it. And you remember that we have created a folder called my site. So if I want to run my index.php from inside this folder, I can simply say my site instead of dashboard site. Voila. So this is coming from PHP states that this particular string is being rendered from the PHP core. That means PHP is running fine. That means your development environment is running fine. Let's come back to dashboard and click on PHP MyAdmin. So this is the administration tool for your MySQL server. So friends, that's all for this video, and thank you for watching. We'll see you in the next video.